Hello, and welcome to our playthrough of the action-adventure RPG, Final Fantasy XVI, and now let's head into our episode. Hello, welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. Peek behind the curtain. So, first of all... No, peek behind the curtain. I tried to stream my normal recording session on a Monday. Massive connection issues. No matter what settings I tweaked, OBS could not keep a connection to Twitch. I canceled the stream Tuesday. Said everything to the way they've always been. Test stream for about 15-20 minutes. Perfectly fine. Alright, perfect. Wednesday, that's this recording session, started streaming. Boom. Even though they worked Tuesday, there were issues on the Wednesday. Not as bad as Monday, but I did have to lower. I normally stream at 4,000 kbs, which means I am 720 60 with a little leeway. And I'm usually fine, no issues, but for whatever reason I'm having issues. So I've dropped it down to 3,500 kbs, which is the bare minimum to stream at 720 60. For those, that's 720. I don't know what the first number stands for. Pixel? I don't know. 60 frames per second. Sort of thing. When this goes out on YouTube, I do upscale it to 1080 when I do the editing and that sort of thing. And even when streaming, it takes less memory power to start at 720 and upscale it to 1080 than it does to just stream at 1080. Let me rephrase that. It takes less bandwidth and just enough less memory to maybe be worth it, maybe it doesn't matter sort of thing. All up in the air, up for discussion. But it is usually, on a single PC setup like I have, better to stream at 720 60 and then upscale the output at 1080 than to just straight stream at 1080. 1080 30 or even 1080 60. So that is what I do. At the end of last recording session, we killed Barnabas, technically the recording session before, but we made it to the Mother Crystal. And we had a discussion, might not be the word I want, but we'll go with discussion, with Ultima. More of him telling us, and us going, oh, my webcam's not on. Why is my webcam not on? Oh, my webcam's not plugged in. Alright, hold on. Yeah, da 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 da. Hey, I'm back, baby. Anyway, and us basically going, fuck you. I don't know if you can. There we go. No, we deserve to exist. We are humans. Yada yada yada. Now, again, and I doubt they'll ever confirm or deny this. My running theory is he either very heavily twisted the truth or just flat out lied to us. I personally am not buying his bullshit. And in my mind, there are too many holes. Like, we created the world in magic, but this blight that we have no idea where it came from started destroying. So wait, if you created everything, if you're all-powerful gods, and he did hint there was more than one, then you have to have created the blight. If you didn't create the blight, that brings up more questions. And it was this giant spiel. I'm not going to get into it. If you want to poke holes in it, either look up other videos, I guess, or, feel free to buy the game and play it yourself. Honestly, again, this game is worth about $70. We'll probably, by the time this is over and done with, we'll probably have about 60 hours of gameplay. Not including, there is a new game plus mode. Granted, things don't change story-wise, but there is some replayability in gear and, well, maybe not gear, but in the icons and abilities you use. And maybe you do more, I do less, I don't know. But yeah, I would say, much like the God of War series, just to experience the story, go ahead, pick up the game yourself. But yeah, so we had our discussion with Lefort. We destroyed the Mother Crystal, at which point he destroyed, oh, this is Sandbreck, Twinside, which turns out to be a flying city, and created a giant Mother Crystal, which is still absorbing the Aether, which we're pretty sure creates the Blight. So, like I said, my theory is the gods did not create this world. My theory is the gods discovered the world. And for them to exist in a more physical form, or more fully in our reality, they have to absorb more Aether than the world can naturally replenish, and that's what creates the Blight. They were draining it dry. As opposed to going, oh shit, what do we do? It's like, oh, well, someone fucked up somewhere, but it wasn't us. And then they fled to Valisthea, and then they kept draining things dry, and they went, wait a minute, if we can drain it faster than the Blight can get to us, maybe we can get enough power to annihilate the world and create the one we actually want, not just discover this one. And my theory, again, is Ultima's that one, and the other gods are like, no, we need to fix this. It would have been cool if the other gods had made more of an appearance in this game. Like, there are many criticisms in this game, but it's still a fun and playable game. So, yeah, that's what we're going with. I'm actually going to turn myself down just a smidge. Like, there. It is ticking through that it was a bit loud. So yeah. Sorry, conversation. At which point we triggered a bunch of side quests. This recording session might be only side quests and bounties. We're gonna do... How are we gonna do this? These ones are close enough together. We're gonna poke our nose in and pick up these two and see if they're more than just saying goodbye. That is the thing. Is I think a lot of these side quests are just like, hey, these are just our final thoughts, man. But in case they are not, we're gonna pick these ones up.
To Miss Middledole?
And we're gonna do the ones, some of the ones inside first. All the ones...
You have to help us.
Pick up all the ones inside.
You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledole. She's been acting strange.
Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stonehenge.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions.
Oh, don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Oh dear.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us?
She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay. So again, looks like mostly talking. We're gonna pick them all up, see where they all are. This one's a bus? Oh.
Whatever should I write next?
So it does look like these are more than just final thoughts. Okay.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
Ooh. Alright.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna pick up all the quests here, see where they are, and if the ones on the world map, you know what I mean? Like if we pick up a quest at the hideaway, and it is in this area, then we will go ahead and pick up that quest in that area. I will say the quests feel... What's the word I want?
You suppose it's
There's a chest up here.
What else could it be?
A bit uneven, the side quest. But there's like a few, like one or two, and then one or two, and then one or two. And then like, right? The one before this, we had 5 or 6. And now we have like 10 or 12. So I kind of wish they were better balanced, if that makes sense. Or more evenly spread or paced. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, if there are 40 we've done more than that. We'll say 100 quests in the game, and there are 20 main chapters, then in between each main chapter, like 5 to 6 just quests. Not like one or two. Oh, you're approaching endgame. You've got 2 main quests left. Here's 15 and another 20. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. There we go.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav.
Ooh.
And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
Why not have Gav? Why not have it be me and Gav?
One can never have too many scouts.
True.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Ugh. And again, I am still recovering from foot surgery, so if
Northreach.
my volume changes, I
I suppose
apologize.
they could have chosen somewhere closer.
But I do have to adjust my, I was gonna say footing, my seat position on a fairly regular basis. So, and just because of that, I will tweak mine a little more. So I may be a little loud.
Ah, Clive.
Where there's a will. Oh, well, let's ask about Origin.
This is it then, brother.
Our last dance with Ultima awaits. Only the founder knows what awaits us up there.
Indeed.
Oh, but whatever we find, we shall overcome it. It would not do to disappoint our friends. They all believe in you, Clive. They would follow you to the ends of the earth if they could.
You're wrong.
My friends don't follow me, they spur me on. I couldn't have made it this far without them. Nor without you, Joshua. He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. That's a bit weird. You gave me your blessing and made me your shield. Without you, I don't know how I would have even survived. Even when we were apart, you were always with me, and I trust you'll be with me now until the end.
Of course.
Whenever that may be.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Okay. Two more to pick up. Oh, wait. I missed one. Hold on. 3 more to pick up. Doris.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Uh-oh.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Walud, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Hold on. It's going good. How are you? Recovering from foot surgery, but decent. We're on the, I think maybe there's 2 to 3 hours of story left. Maybe-ish. Main story. And we're finishing up the side quests in Final Fantasy XVI and the bounties. And then after this, we're going to dive into, probably Sunday, Dune Spice Wars, which I'm looking forward to. We're basically killing time, for lack of a better way to say this, until I'm allowed to play Sins of a Solar Empire 2. Oh, wow. Yes. I hope the pay is worth it. Busy, busy, busy. Man, but money makes the world go round.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
Yeah.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
I bet that prison... Remember when I was poking around, I was like, this looks like a trap area. There's gonna be a boss here. I bet you that's the prison. They found a bump in my left foot, and they just wanted to get it out before it turned into something dangerous. So, it's a recovery. 4 weeks home, 4 weeks. Right. There you go. Alright. Yes, those were the 2. I'm betting that's there. There you go. Get that gaming going. For your way. I'm not going to ask about Origin. I'm just going to
Clive, my boy. Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm
that's
in as
more than
dire a
just
state as
backfill.
Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are 2 key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
Eugen?
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
I would have pronounced that name Eugene, but Eugen? Ooh. Not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, better safe than sorry when things are growing in you or on you. That sounds like a weird sentence, but it's true. Huh. Oh, there's two. Alright, in a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck, whimpering like Gavin his cup. Something's ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Okay.
What is it this time, Torgal?
And this would be... Oh, Vivian! Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exists ancient texts deemed so injurious to thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. There was a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distance. That's a song lyric. Anyways. That sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. If you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Yes.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
so now let's go talk to Mid. Right. Wow, that unlocked 2. Right, alright, we'll swing around.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Okay.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Sure. Now let's talk to Mid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
She's gonna try to get this place to fly, isn't she?
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordill. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Bone and oil? Sure, I guess. We're just running laps around the highway. Okay. We'll talk to Torgal? Yep, we're talking to Torgal.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there?
Does he want a girlfriend?
I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Okay. Where are we going?
Why can't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Good question. Follow Torgal. Oh shit, I literally have to follow Torgal. Alright. Okay. Like I said, we're just kind of running laps around the hideaway here. Alright, so let's go talk to Tomes next. And then follow Torgal and see where it goes. I mean, he's not going to stay in the hideaway. Right? Yes.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
What? Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies.
That doesn't happen often. What the hell does intenebration mean? Darken, obscure, or make shadowy. Huh. Okay.
One such text being the tome Vivian seeks.
Ugh.
Chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers.
Ah.
A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known.
In that case...
So
in that case, let's make it widely known.
Has it? I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
A fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since.
Oh, so the executors exist in Valisthea, but not in Ash. So there's a chance his friend has a copy of the book the executors have not got to.
The skies fell
that
dark,
we can do.
and no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
That's okay. That sounds much more doable than hunting down a shadowy organization that may or may not exist, sort of thing. Alright, before we follow Torgal, I was gonna follow Torgal next, but before we follow Torgal, let's go talk to the Curse Breakers. Then go follow Torgal. This is all just set up. Plus the 2 bounties.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Yep.
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth.
Do I?
Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Right, we're hunting tortoise. Gotcha. Sorry, tortoise. Tortoise? Yeah. Right, now let's go follow Torgal. Who's gonna be like, we're going north, I would guess?
Alright, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one.
Oh, west. Sorry.
Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Alright, so we're going west. Gotcha. Alright, so that is everything in. So it looks like we have 2 here that we can pick up. Remember, circles are pickups, round are pickups, diamonds are due. So those are dues. And we're gonna save the dragon for last. Hold on. Let me pull up the bounty board. Because we only have, as far as I am aware, only 2 left. Which is the dragon. I forget where that was. It was the 2 we have left is like, yeah. Let's see. Not Dalmekia, and Svara, which is in Sandbrek, which is Cair Norben. So that's here. So we'll do this area last. No circles there. A ton of circles here. So let's pick up the circles and do everything here, which will be... Oh, we have not done the Behemoth King. Okay. Well, there's still some more we need to unlock. Okay. Interesting. Here it is. The one near the Velkoroy Desert. So let's pick up this one first. No, sorry, that's a due. Diamonds are dues. So... Oh, wait, hold on. Since we're here, let's see if there's anything new.
Would you like to see my wares?
Nope. Nope. Oh, that's new. Again, we're not using these? No, don't care. Don't care. I will actually buy 100 clutch mines. Just to have 196 in the bank. Oh.
Certainly.
Okay, that'll do then. Right, potions. Let me restock potions real quick. And then we'll head to the Dalamel Inn. Because I chewed through them all in my fight with... Fight 2 Ultima?
Ready to go?
Right? Isn't it 8 and 5? Wait, someone else with it? Oh, Joshua's with it. Oh, we're definitely doing the bounties now that Joshua's with it. Then here. Yeah, 5 and 8. Alright. There we go. Alright, so. Circle is pick up. Diamond is due. Okay. What's around the corner? Alright. Oh, right! Lubor. Turned out to be a bearer.
Me back. Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe, and provided for, and loved. The Hideaway.
Bring them over. Of course.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one.
Uh-oh.
The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Oh, no. That means they're all Akashic.
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're
Oh,
headed
you guys
this
can't
way.
see me.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
See?
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
Alright, we'll do this one right away.
Listen to me.
Journal. Oh, extra prior. Oh. Oh, okay. I have to take these off. We'll just track this one. There we go. See, it automatically tracks 3 of them. Gotcha.
I think we'd better shut up shop for today.
You lied about being one of us? I don't lie.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
They're idiots. Let him die. Honestly.
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this
They're
disturbing
idiots.
news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Let him all die.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie.
Grab the women, like anyone who
Lubor
wants
cannot
children.
be trusted, and neither.
Honestly, just grab the children. Be like, fine, fuck you. You're all on your own.
Therefore, can you?
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Good day, my lord.
No, because we have 1 and 2. Nothing there. There. Oh, that's neat. But again, 0.5 seconds just doesn't sound like enough. Oh, right. I wanted... You know what? That's enough. Yeah. I do need 2 more of these.
An excellent choice.
Go
with Gilbert.
Lord Furder.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
Clive is a better man than I would literally be like, I'm done. At this point, I would literally be, I'm done. Lubor, grab whatever men you want to save, and children and people you want to save, and we're gone.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
See what I mean?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
Cut him loose.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Run!
Just go on!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
You tried.
Wait. Someone's coming. Go.
Come on! Stop! You're hurting him!
And now they've seen how ugly you are.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will.
That seems oddly planned. Like they were waiting for this moment, which is a bit weird.
Fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
At least get the non-combatants out of it.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done. As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well.
I mean, that's the big thing. It's like, if he leaves, all of his blacksmithing company goes with him. And my understanding is that's like 70% of the income of the town. So if he left, and yeah, my connection just crashed. So I'm just gonna play through it. According to this, we didn't drop any frames, but if you need to refresh, refresh. But that's been the first one all day. So it's better, an hour, a little over an hour, is better than one every 10 to 15 minutes.
I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
All right.
Ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
Check the world map. There's the local map. So we've got one up here. one down here. And circle is pick up. So... And a bounty, right? Yes, theoretically there's a bounty right here. So we'll go pick this one up. And then see where this one is. Apparently there's two here. There's a pick one up.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Don't care, don't care, don't care. Good, but don't care. You know what? We'll pick up 5 more. We'll just make it an even 2.
A fine
All
choice.
that's done. And
Go
we're
safely.
Good. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or, even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.